Hello, everyone. So, this is something that's really been on my heart and on my lovely mind, my lovely heart, my lovely mind, and in just a loving place. This is just something that's been in that place of love. So I was thinking the other day. Well, not really thinking, but I was feeling. And so I'm gonna just tell you something. The question of Aaliyah passing away has always been like, how can I say, like, mm, a I don't know the word. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I can't think of the word right now. So maybe that's not the word. Then it's another word. But it's always been a fascination to me. I believe that's the word. So it's always been like a fascination to me, and like, something that I've always been questioning and just thinking. Like, was like, how does well, when I was younger, I used to ask like, okay, never mind, I'm not gonna go there, but I used to just feel like, what happens? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happens when we, or like when we go through that moment and stuff. And so, like, I've been feeling that, when Aaliyah's plane went down, I feel like a lot of things happened because I had a dream, actually, and Aaliyah was there. I had two dreams like that. And she was, was getting to the point of, the plane crash. And well, we got to the point, and she said, everything is not exactly how it seems. And like I pondered that for like maybe a couple months or like a year or something like that. But then I did some lovely meditation and I got myself into that flow, of love information and stuff. And it came to me that, like when we have like, when people have that moment, I feel that something happens, you know, and I feel like with everybody, God comes to us, and I feel like in that moment when it was, happening, God came to Aaliyah and everybody on that plane, and and this goes for like Kobe, this goes for Selena, and this goes for just everybody, Whitney, Prince. Anyway, I said everybody. So I feel like we go through that moment, and then God is there, and then like depending on our path that we got to take or the path that's happening, it's like everything stops, and like you know 1 second in God's time or infinity, like 1 second can last years or it can last, it could be just it could just anyway, long story, it could last a long time, in between like that transition. So how can I say? Um, I feel like Aaliyah and God had a conversation, and she told God, or God told her, you know, such and such, this is going to happen, you know, and I'm going to put you here, you know, and like you're going to still be here, and this is what people are going to see, and you're going to see it too, but you're going to still be here, but just not there, not there exactly. It's going to be like two different versions. One of you is going to be like, what everybody's going to see on the news, and what everybody's going to see, like it's a perception, and but on the other side, or still the same plane, what I'm saying, I'm going to put you here until it's time, for you to, do what you got to do, and be here, and not be here exact, but be on this plane. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm trying to put these words together, y'all, but I can do it. Um, so being on this plane, and when I mean by plane, I mean like the plane which we see, not like airplane, but like plane in which we see like each other. Like on the earthly plane, or this where we, right here. So, but like in those moments that you have, in that time of, passing and stuff, you know, when you meet God, you're never going to, you're never going to be the same. You're going to be a lot better. You're going to grow. You're going to grow spiritually, and everything's going to change from that moment, and I feel like it's so funny how, like, when we see somebody in a casket, they don't look the same. Although, your body goes through some kind of something, after the fact. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to get to the point in which I'm saying the flow kind of like comes and it flows around. So, in other words, I feel like everyone is still here, but we have to reach that perception of which we can see them, because, like, when we see something, we automatically go into this perception of like, oh, they're gone and they're in another place. You know what I'm saying? They're not still here, with us and everything. So it's like everything kind of gets, all switched up in our minds, but I feel like until we reach the perception of, like, God does amazing things, and that anything is possible, and nothing is impossible, like everything is possible. So, I feel like I pretty much got, like, what the gist of it is, and I don't know. Well, not that I don't know, but it's a lot of flow going on. But yeah. Oh, I just felt like that was something to be said. I'll probably make another video to kind of like elaborate on what I'm talking about. But in other words, I feel like everybody's still here. We just have to reach the perception of, them still being here. And then that's when they can, that's when they show up in our experiences. Like when we actually see life, after, certain things happen, because we have a perception on what death is, but we really don't know what happens after that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you've died and, it just wasn't your time to, be on that plane exactly. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that plane is still here. We just have to reach that perception, and don't get me wrong, some people have already reached that perception. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen some lovely things, y'all. And I'm sure a lot of other people have seen a lot of other lovely things too. But I'm not sure if it's, I'm not sure. I'm sure it has been, been talked about and everything. But, to reach that point of love, I'm sure that we can all see, what's happening and everything. We can see everybody. So that was my thing. I hope everybody's having a lovely time and have a lovely life.